Hi, welcome to Thursday's episode of Game Creation, and we're looking at building Pac-Man. We've done quite well. It's taken me about 10 times longer than I thought it would, but that is me and projects generally, sadly. So let's have a look at what we've done so far. We've got this beautiful hand-drawn play area, and we've got Pac-Man can move, and he moves exactly the same way as he does in the game. He'll stop if you don't click on it. Oh, just everything's perfect. But in today's episode, we are looking for him to actually consume things. He would not be Pac-Man if he just hovers over them. It's sad to see. Let's rectify that. So, we started this last episode, but I'll go through it just in case you weren't really paying attention to the end of that episode. This part here, this Pac move check, is essentially when Pac-Man gets onto the crosshairs here, and we can show them. I don't know why I keep taking these off, because they are useful. Whenever Pac-Man gets onto these crosshairs, that's where we're checking. Okay, so this is the point to check whether he's eaten a little piece of food, because they lay perfectly. If we get our thing back, there we are. They lay perfectly on these crosshairs, and so he'll overlap them, and it will look like he eats them, right? Because they are there no more. And so what we need to do is we need to look into the array and see whether it equals 32 at that point. If it does, we need to delete that piece of food. Now, I'm going to do something silly, and I'm going to say destroy, because if you see, as soon as he eats one, they're all destroyed. Oh no! So we need some way of saying, no, not all of them getting destroyed, just the one we're interested in. And we need to use alterable values to store the food's position, right, inside the food, right? So here we're creating the food, and we're creating it using the loop index x and the loop index of y. And I might actually just go in there. Okay. I might just go in there and nick that, because we're going to be using that to store on the alterable value. It's on the food itself. So we're going to store that value on each item of food. And I normally choose X. Oh wow, look at this. There's so many more alterable values. 259 or 260 because it starts at 0. This really is the modern era of Clickteam, I'll tell you that much. So it's X index, we're going to store on the X, and we're going to store its Y on Y. And so therefore now each piece of food knows which one it is. Okay? And you go, well, hang on, how do I destroy that one? There's no function in here to do that. Well, there is. If I put it as a condition and I say, well, hang on, I want to compare to this alterable value. I just want the one that is the one I'm looking for, which is the one of the index here, right? And the one whose alterable value y is the Pac-Man y index. It's gonna only destroy that one. Now, with doing things that sometimes are base 0 and sometimes are base 1. Sometimes you're one off, but we shall see. Let's have a look. And I was on fire yesterday. If you saw yesterday's episode, everything I touched turned to gold. So this could happen again. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. Okay, I'm actually pretty impressed with that. Considering I haven't used Clickteam for... Actually, I've used it over the last few years, but I haven't filmed a video for 3 years. That is pretty astonishing. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's it done. Now, we want to add some sound effects, I think. They can be quite irritating, but let's give it a go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it and try and find a WAV file on... I've subscribed to Storyblocks, so I'm going to look on there for a sound file that I can use. Okay, I've got a sample, but I've instantly regretted it. But I'm going to do it anyway, and then I'll remove it because it actually gets quite irritating. So this is the part here where we've eaten food. And to add a sample, I normally do this first one because it has all of the options then. So we're going to do it from file, and I've named it food. Channel number 0 is just the first available, that's fine. We're not going to repeat it. Volume, I'm going to put to 10 because it was just irritating. Actually, I'll leave it at 100, but you can judge how irritating it is. And so what I've had to do is I've had to cut down the audio because the audio file had like a long lead in, and then it did the sound, and then a long trail off. With a game like this, you want it to be really short, so I just imported it into Premiere Pro. You could have used Audition or something like that, and just made it a really tight, really small WAV file. And so here we are. It's so annoying. And then when you get this one, oh my goodness me. So what you can do is you can change the volume. I've no idea whether you can hear that. I mean, I'm pretty sure my family downstairs can hear that. So, you know, I put it to 10, and it's a little bit more bearable. But there we go. Okay. So if we wanted to do that, that's where we would do it. I don't think I've really done much on sound effects. I think I did a video a while ago on sound and audio and stuff. But to be honest, I did an awful lot of games on websites and stuff like that using Clickteam. And sound really wasn't something that I was that interested in. All my favourite online games didn't have any sound. So let's have a figure out what we're doing next. I mean, is it time to commit to a ghost? Let's see. Let's have a look. Let's like a plaster. Let's pull it off quick. So we'll go back to our resource one here, and we can see that the ghosts. See, the ghosts are as big as Pac-Man, so that will be a good start. And I have no idea what their names are. They are each individually named, so let's just bear that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to start by remembering how big Pac-Man is, 40 by 40. So we're going to start with an active, and it's going to be, we're going to resize it first, 40 by 40. And what we also want to do is make sure that the action point is in the middle. Okay, which we have done. Delete all that, and let's try and draw a ghost. And this is where my lack of talent for these things will soon be evident. And so the ghosts kind of have a round top, don't they? So let's have a look at so they've kind of got a round top and then jagged bottom. So they kind of go all the way down these sides. And then they've kind of got a jagged bottom, don't they? So it's kind of like this. I don't like that last one. I might give it another go. Why not? Oh no. This is where someone with no talent can also be a perfectionist, and that's not a good place to be. Alright, I think that's alright. It's passable. And I'm going to switch this over to the left because I find it irritating doing that right. And what I can actually do is use this tool here, just get rid of those bottom bits. That's not too bad. I think they go straight down though. Let's have a look again. I think maybe they go all the way down. Oh, I've already mucked that up, hey? So let's start again and do this properly, darn it. So we kind of go in like that. That's looking better. And then I'm just going to do it like this. That's what I want to do. And then we'll kind of go down there. That's fine. I don't want to. Oh, that looks awful. Why does that look awful? Why does their one look good and mine looks bad? Right. So theirs is only tiny. So it's just tiny little tiny little ghost things. So I've gone too enthusiastic with mine. Just tiny little ghost things. Just tiny little things. Not much. Not much. That's looking better. That's passable. Right, and we've got to do the eyes. Okay, so the eyes are... Okay. Oh dear. This is where I muck it up. Oh, so when I started doing it, that's probably where I mucked it up. There we go. And then, I don't know, nice blue eyeballs. That looks a bit funny, that one. Looks right, doesn't it? Maybe, I don't know. Right. And I don't know, I don't think they have a different animation going up and down. So I can just flip this when he goes to the right, to the left. Cool. Right, so we've got our ghost person, and we can actually have the different ghosts here. So once we're happy with this one, we could set the different animation for each of the ghosts if we wanted to. Not quite sure why we'd want to do that. But there's an option there, because then it's just the same AI, maybe, I don't know. Figure that out later. And so we need the ghost to start here, don't we? I think. And this is normally where I refer back to the YouTube clip I've got. So you can see there's a ghost at the top. So we can put this ghost at the top, where the top is in relation to our mighty spreadsheet. So all of the ones in the middle are 34. So it should be here. So that will be 12 and 14. So it would be 11 and 13. And so... this is where we've got to do some maths here. So 11 times 24. So I could just write that in. 11 times 24. And then plus 12. I can't even remember what I said. Is it 12? Let's see where that goes. And we always need to bring him to the front. It's close enough, isn't it? Is it close enough? I think we're 1 over. So we need to just add one more to the X. Sure you were shouting at this video to remember. There we are. So we've got him in place. Okay, so we need to kind of briefly discuss well, the AI and how we're going to move him, because this is going to be really, really tricky. He's going to have the same movement parameters as Pac-Man does, where we're constantly looking at the next block, etc. Not only that, but he has to be intelligent about the way he tries to track Pac-Man down. And that is going to be a huge, huge undertaking about how we calculate. So at the moment, he doesn't have a decision. Well, he does have a decision. He can go left or right. But that is going to be 50-50 because Pac-Man, if we restart this, Pac-Man starts directly below him. So whether he goes left or right, it doesn't really matter. The difficulty comes when he reaches, they reach a cross section where they can go either up, down, left, or right. Now I'm sure in the actual game there's a really quick way of doing it, and I would imagine it's to do with trying to figure it out. I want to do it my way, but try to figure out how they do it in the game. What we could do, I think that's going to be a video on its own, just discussing it. So thank you very much for watching this video. We've done well. We've got our first ghost, which is amazing. Got Pac-Man eating all the food, and we put sound effects in and then quickly removed them because they were really irritating. So I hope that's been an enjoyable video to watch. You can see outside it's getting dark. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.